Coming up on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, a new project will bring more jobs and economic opportunities to the resort city. We'll bring you the details. Plus, the mayor reveals the state of the city. Just how are we doing? And find out how the visitor center is helping make our city a green destination. That and more are coming up as we access Virginia Beach. Hello, and welcome to VBTV's Access Virginia Beach, a program that informs you of news and events from around our city and schools. I'm Diana Cartwright. Thanks for joining us. Every year, Virginia Beach presents an annual address to recognize the city's accomplishments, challenges, and plans for the future. So how is our city faring? In front of a packed audience at the Convention Center, Mayor Sessoms talked about those concerns during the annual State of the City address.
We are now a city of more than 447,000 diverse individuals to lead Virginia as the most populous city. We are the tourist attraction that continues to be the destination of choice to lead Virginia. Our schools and institutions of higher learning are the envy of education systems across the country as we continue to lead Virginia.
This year's presentation focused on leadership. The mayor highlighted the city's accomplishments and stressed how the resort city has continued to be the destination of choice for tourists.
We're replenishing the sand on our beaches. Hotels are renovating. Tourism remains a huge economic engine in Virginia Beach and in the Commonwealth as a whole.
He also acknowledged the setbacks we face in light of a slow economy and future plans for the city.
And while we may not have a crystal ball, we can be sure of two things moving forward. There will be challenges, and there will be opportunities. Working together, we'll lead the city of Virginia Beach.
A copy of the State of the City address is available on vbgov.com. A recorded version is also airing on VBTV beginning March 18th through the first week of April. Log on to vbgov.com/VBTV for dates and times. Beach schools are facing a shortfall for the upcoming budget year that begins in July. Superintendent James Merrill has already presented the school board with a proposed plan, and the public had a chance to weigh in.
We're proud of the students and teachers who make up the school division.
The community was invited to Lansdowne High School for Future Focus, for children's sake, a presentation on the state of the schools.
I'm proud to say that despite the bleak economic scenario that has enveloped us for the past several years, Virginia Beach students and staff continue to excel.
During the public forum, Superintendent James Merrill highlighted many of the division's achievements. He also addressed funding issues, state and federal mandates, and challenges the division faces.
If things don't change, the education profession will suffer irreparable damage, and your children will suffer as a result. Does anyone really believe that we're going to be able to recruit and retain quality educators if the expectations keep rising while the pay keeps dropping?
School board adopted the budget on March 5th, and it's been forwarded to the city manager for inclusion in the overall city budget. The forum will be rebroadcast on VBTV. You can also view the presentation in full on the school division's website, vbschools.com. With shopping, dining, entertainment, apartment living, and office space, Town Center has quickly become the resort city's hottest spot. And now, downtown Virginia Beach is growing even bigger.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to help us commemorate the inception of the latest phase of Town Center.
State and city dignitaries gathered to celebrate the new 15-story Main Street Tower with an official groundbreaking ceremony.
1, 2, 3.
Town Center Phase 4 will include apartments, office and retail space, and a municipal parking garage. It will also be the new headquarters of architectural design firm Clark Nixon. The project is made possible thanks to a public-private partnership. The city's contribution will include the garage and streetscape improvements.
The projects around here are netting $7 million a year after all the payments on the debt on the parking garages and the infrastructure, which the city did. Now, you tell me that isn't a good deal for the city of Virginia Beach and the citizens of Virginia Beach.
with scarcer resources for infrastructure development. One way that we've worked at the state level to build roads is through public-private partnerships, and that's what you see here, City of Virginia Beach, doing some things to help moving the project along, and then great companies like Clark Nexon, Armando Hoffler, and others working together to build a major infrastructure right here in downtown Virginia Beach.
Once completed, the new tower will be on Town Center Drive between Main and Columbus Streets. Construction is in its early phases, but the overall project is on a fast-track schedule. The office tower is expected to open in the summer of 2014, with apartments becoming available in the fall. The Virginia Beach tourism industry experienced a record 2012 for overall lodging sales. This is the third consecutive year for increased sales and revenue for the city. Visitor spending on overnight accommodations is the best indicator of the overall health of the city's tourism industry. 2012 statistics show that total citywide sales were more than $300 million, a 7.9% increase over 2011.
Well, it's been a record year for us so far, and the lodging receipts for the last 3 years, actually 10, 11, and now 12, are at record levels. And last year in 11, we had overall record tourism spending in Virginia Beach, and we expect that to occur also in the year that's just passed in 2012. So overall, the industry has performed very well in Virginia Beach, and it speaks well for the product that we have to offer.
Nationally, when budgets tighten up, consumers don't have the spending power they normally have. Virginia Beach's market area is centrally located to major cities along the East Coast, which we draw heavily from.
Folks who opted not to drive long distances or not to fly and vacation closer to home were ideally positioned for that. I think another reason is the very high repeat visitation that we have. It's 75% of our visitors come back, every year.
Virginia Beach has cultivated various market segments like the Convention Center, the Aquarium, and Town Center, which draw many visitors and has helped the city become a year-round destination.
All of those are geared at certain times of the year, and right now 65% of our room nights booked in our hotels are in September through May.
Canada has always been a strong market for the city, but efforts are also being targeted overseas. A contractual office has been opened in Belgium, with a representative there to help market the city to France, Germany, and other European markets. And here's some more good news for the resort city. The Visitor Information Center has maintained the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's Energy Star certification for the second year in a row. When it comes to energy efficiency, the Visitor Center is at the top of the list. It performed in the top 25% compared to similar facilities nationwide. The building made several energy-saving improvements, including a new HVAC system, programmable thermostats, LED lighting, and more. The Visitor Center is located at 2100 Parks Avenue and is often the first stop that guests make as they enter the resort area. The center hosts more than 50,000 visitors a year. For more info, log on to visitvirginiabeach.com. Coming up next on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, we shine the spotlight on two public safety workers who are truly making a difference in our community. And history comes alive at the Central Library. We'll take you inside the Virginia Civil War Museum on Wheels. We'll have that and more when we return. Water.
Safety.
School bus.
Safety.
Personal.
Safety.
Anti-bullying, drug education, playground safety. Where can you find these and more?
Safety.
What's the coolest way for youngsters to learn how to be safe? Safety Camp, coordinated by Virginia Beach Parks and Recreation and Virginia Beach City Public Schools. This annual event teaches third graders about safety and ways they can protect themselves. Campers interact and learn from police, firefighters, sheriff's office, and emergency medical responders. Safety Camp offers lessons in bicycle safety, violence prevention, internet safety, wild animal safety, and so much more. Campers will be picked up and return to a number of convenient recreation centers. And youngsters will receive a free t-shirt, bike helmet, and backpack with goodies. So how can you get your third grader into the fun and learning? Applications are available at all recreation centers, and you can find out more at vbgov.com/OST.
Virginia Beach Schools Parent Connection is your one-stop resource for information and events which support families and promote student success. Rain, rain, don't go away. The April Showers Workshop is here and it's time to play. Parents, bring your young children, ages 3 to 5, to the Princess Anne Area Library on Saturday, April 6th from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. You'll listen to fun stories about the wet weather, help them to complete a couple of simple science projects, and make a craft all about the rain. This student workshop is free, but registration is required. Call 385-2610 to reserve your seats today. Parents, do you spend your time yelling, fussing, and being frustrated with your child's behavior? Do you want to diffuse the power struggles and have more cooperative kids? Plan to join Dr. Lawrence Cohen for Playful Parenting, a fun approach to positive discipline, being held April the 10th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Hampton Teen Center on Butler Farm Road in Hampton. Learn how to use play to help your children ages 2 to 10 develop greater confidence, express bottled up or difficult feelings, recover from daily emotional upheavals, express love, and have some fun all at the same time. This workshop, sponsored by CHKD and the Coles Cares Family Forum, is free, but online registration is required. Please refer to the web address shown on the screen or call 668-7402 for more information. To learn more about these activities or to see a complete calendar of events, visit the Parent Connection page of vbschools.com.
Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Diana Cartwright. Each day, thousands of people work hard to make sure the city runs smoothly, but there are those that go above and beyond the call of duty. In this next story, we'll introduce you to two individuals who are truly making a difference in our community.
Hi, I'm Kevin Lipscomb. I'm a paramedic and I'm the president of the Kempsville Volunteer Rescue Squad.
Meet Kevin Lipscomb. He's devoted more than 2 decades of his life volunteering with emergency medical services.
It's always something new. It's always a different challenge. It's a tremendous feeling to be able to help people that sometimes are experiencing the absolute worst days of their lives.
Not only is Kevin making patients more comfortable, he's also making life easier for his coworkers. Under his watch, EMS has instituted a new online process for scheduling.
I built a way for the members to submit their schedule availabilities using the web so that it all came in a standard format and that the schedulers could see it.
Hi, I'm Officer Amy J. Edwards. I work for the City of Virginia Beach Police Department.
Officer Edwards is also committed to making Virginia Beach a better and safer community. She's been with the police department for 3.5 years.
423 Bravo Dispatch traffic stop. I like coming out here knowing I go home at night. If I can say that I did help somebody, just one person, I've said I've done my job. And I haven't done my job if I haven't patrolled my designated zone and to give back to these citizens who pay my salary and expect me to serve and protect them.
Officer Edwards' compassion on the job and strong work ethic has made her one of the top producers on the squad. Thanks to her and other officers like her, Virginia Beach is ranked one of the safest cities of its size in the nation.
I don't come out here and do this job to get recognized and awards. I do it because I love what I do. It's a passion of mine.
While Officer Edwards and Kevin Lipscomb's actions probably won't make the front page news, it does make Virginia Beach better, and their hard work is not going unnoticed.
Genuinely, thank you for the service that you provide to the citizens of Virginia Beach. Thank you very much.
The Rotary Club of Cape Henry has named Officer Edwards as the Public Safety Employee of the Year and Kevin as the Public Safety Volunteer of the Year.
Considered a very high honor, and I'm glad that it gives me another opportunity to bring attention to the excellent volunteer EMS system that we have here in Virginia Beach.
I was honored, very blessed, truly from my heart. I was shocked that someone actually nominated me.
The Cape Henry Rotary Club consists of about 60 members and meets throughout the year. They host several charity events and are dedicated to giving back to the community. This is the 3rd year the club has honored public safety volunteers and employees. The Virginia Civil War History Mobile, an interactive museum on wheels, stopped by the Myra E. Oberndorf Central Library to bring residents an up-close look at life in Virginia during the war. The 53-foot tractor-trailer houses memorabilia which reflects Virginia's Civil War stories from the perspectives of those who experienced it, young and old, enslaved and free, soldiers and civilians.
We hope to bring people some more information about the Civil War. It's kind of hard to pack 4 years of information into a tractor trailer, but we hope people will come in and learn something that they might not have known.
The bloody angle in Spotsylvania, the field of lost shoes at Newmarket, Mrs. Henry's Hill at Manassas.
The tour launched back in July 2011 in conjunction with the 150th anniversary of the First Battle of Manassas. As part of the beach visit, a Civil War encampment was constructed outside the Central Library. The museum depicts how the war affected all residents of the Commonwealth.
We like to tell the story of how everyday Virginians were affected by the Civil War. So we have 4 different rooms inside, and they kind of talk about how they were affected on all ends.
The History Mobile presented the stories of real people whose lives were shaped by the historic events of the 1860s.
We have a lot of interactive material inside. We have a lot of interactive screens, a lot of things that people can touch and turn and look at, so they might take away something that they hadn't known.
The History Mobile visits museums, parks, schools, and other sites throughout the Commonwealth and beyond. Grab those shucking knives because the school division will once again host a party on the beach to raise money for its education foundation.
All right, these are steamed oysters that we're going to shuck.
Crowds will gather in the clusters for those Eastern Shore treats at the annual Pearls of Wisdom Oyster Roast.
Well, this is our 4th year doing a Pearls of Wisdom party for Virginia Beach Public Schools. And basically, it's an all-you-can-eat oyster roast and barbecue at 24th Street Park.
Last year, more than 600 people showed up for the 4-hour Shuck Fest, and they're expecting big crowds again this year. Funds raised support grants given to teachers in the school division.
We only have a couple of events each year for the Virginia Beach Education Foundation to raise money for the schools. The Pearls of Wisdom Party is one of those. Between the Pearls of Wisdom Party and another event we have each year, we're able to raise about 50% of the funds that we give in grants to teachers.
I have 125, would have been 130. 125, 130, now 40.
Auctioneers will raffle off discounted items and vacation trips to benefit the foundation. All the fun takes place on Saturday, April 13th at the 24th Street Park. The party runs from 2 to 6 p.m. and musical guest Butter will once again rock the crowd. Log on to the foundation's website listed below for ticket information and other details. Last year, the Education Foundation funded 70 projects with a value of over $100,000. Everyone loves to visit a clean beach, right? Well, students and staff at Ocean Lakes Elementary, along with some talented volunteers, are sharing time in an after-school club, designing a robot to help keep those beaches beautiful.
Oh, good, you're already in the right folder. But this is where you're going to write the program.
18 students are part of the after-school club.
This is the STEM Robotics Club at Ocean Lakes Elementary School, and we're preparing for the STEM Robotics Challenge at the end of May. These students are finishing up their circuit boards that will serve as the transmitters and receivers and essentially the brain of the robot.
And while students are using their brains to tend to those soldering needs, the real brain power behind the operation lies in the volunteers who assist on a weekly basis.
Our volunteer help has been amazing. I have parents, at least 5 to 7 parents weekly that are coming out. My parents have been coming out since October. They provide technical support. They're mentors for these students. They provide professional tips and tricks that I wouldn't necessarily think of because they're electronics engineers. They are project managers for electrical firms. They're electronics technicians from the military. They have invaluable experience, and they have really made the difference in this program.
During these hands-on activities, volunteers offer assistance as well as guidance to club members.
I'm soldering on my soldering board so that the robot can move and operate the way that we want it to.
Well, so far I've learned that first, building a robot is not easy. Second, I have learned that each individual part does its own function, so if you don't put it in right, it's not going to work.
While students kept busy soldering the boards, mentors made sure things ran smoothly.
You know, you can go to Walmart and get a car and put batteries in it, but what's the steps it takes to get that car to work? And this is what they're learning. They're going to be programming the remote controls, the robots, every part of this step to get ready for this competition in May.
Division-wide, volunteers spend hours of their time helping teachers and students. This after-school club brought members of the workforce and their kids together to work on the project.
It means an awful lot for us to be able to volunteer where my daughter is. Personally, as a woman in the electronics and technology fields, engineering, being able to mentor young girls and an understanding of what technology can do for us is really, really important, and especially with my daughter.
And if you'd like to see those robots in action, mark your calendars for May 31st and plan to attend the competition. It's taking place at the Convention Center. Log on to vbschools.com for more information. All right, number crunchers, get ready. What is 12 divided by 3, 7 plus 16, and 28 times 2? Don't have the answers? Well, don't worry. The students in the next story can help you out.
3, 4, 5. It's 5. 4 plus 5. Oh man, 17 plus 4. I can do that. 8 plus 1 equals 9.
Math lovers united at Windsor Woods Elementary as the entire school participated in World Math Day 2013.
How many of you have been practicing very hard to be prepared for today?
Celebrated since 2008, the worldwide competition gets students excited about math.
Students are paired in real time with other students around the world that are at the same age and ability level for 60-second sessions of being able to answer as many math questions as they can.
Let's see, 11 plus 8.
First grader Caleb Felker is hard at work on his problem.
Let's see.
That's a tough one. We'll have to check back with him later. This is the 4th year Windsor Woods has participated in the event. Each year, students look forward to testing their math skills.
I like math. It's really easy because I did all of these math answers before, and it's really fun because I'm against people.
Fun. We want them having fun. It's great to hear them try and compete with their classmates.
Having fun while learning is the way to go. Now let's see how Caleb's doing.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Good answer. In fact, Windsor Woods students answered more than 57,000 questions correctly during the 48-hour event. World totals surpassed 292 million questions. World Math Day was celebrated on March 6th. The school also held a special math night for parents to attend. And with that, we've come to the end of our show. But if you've missed something, you can view this program online. Log on to vbgov.com/media. We leave you now with a look at some of the scenes you might not always see at the Virginia Aquarium. The sea creatures are always fun to enjoy, but there is an ocean load of other sights for you to get your hands and eyes on. For everyone here at VBTV, I'm Diana Cartwright. Thanks for watching.